In other news now, Honduras is going to the polls to elect a new president, with US President Donald Trump overshadowing the vote. 3 frontrunners could take the top job. Trump, though, has threatened to cut off aid to Honduras unless the winner is the right-wing businessman Nasry Asfura. Voters say their top priorities are jobs and security. The small nation has the highest homicide rate in Central America. We can speak to journalist Fritz Pinnow, who joins us now from the Honduran capital, Tegucigalpa. Hi there. Donald Trump seems to be overshadowing these elections. Why has he intervened like this in favour of the right-wing candidate?
Hey, Jared. It's a very good question, and also a question Hondurans are asking themselves, because it came so sudden and it was not something that has been anticipated at all. Because actually he intervened by posting something on his Truth social account, on his X account, about his sudden approval of one of the candidates, the right-wing candidate, which would seriously tilt the favor to this candidate. However, on the same day, only hours later, he did also post that in order to show his support, he would also he would pardon former presidential candidate Juan Orlando Hernandez, who is currently who's found guilty for drug trafficking charges. So that has mixed up a lot of things and has definitely influenced the elections. But currently, we're not really sure at this moment in which way it's tilting, if it's going away of the right-wing party or in favor.
OK, interesting. Now, more broadly, just talk to us a bit about what's at stake here and, what voters are most concerned about.
So there's a lot at stake here, especially because the current government, Libre, it's the first time they are actually in government. They've always been the kind of opposition, the left-wing opposition. And it kind of will show if this experiment for Honduras is working, if people are happy with what they've been experiencing these last 4 years. And also for the future, it's a big question of how will this go in questions of climate change, economic questions, right? Also, this current government under Xiomara Castro has moved more towards China instead of the US. So will that continue, or will another party then rekindle this relationship with the US?
Now, the 3 front runners are accusing each other of electoral fraud and manipulation. How free and fair will this election be?
So there has been an emergency meeting with ambassadors, with all kinds of different organizations. And what we can see today is there is an abundance. There's so many observers from different countries, from different organizations, which are there. And there are very few rumors going around, because usually there's always something that goes around about that they find ballots in trash cans, or they find them, abused, misused. But this time it's very, very few reports, or none at all. There's only been one that has been circulating about that some ballots have been removed, which is very unusual. But Honduras does have a track record of that they had elections that were likely tampered with, and there are these fears that this will be another one of those elections. But currently, we don't have any evidence of that happening. But everybody's obviously nervous about this.
Yeah, understand. Thanks so much for that, Fritz. That was journalist Fritz Pinnow speaking to us from Honduras.